Hi, second graders. Today we are working on Skills Unit 3, Lesson number 11. Our learning targets for today, by the end of this lesson, we will be practicing our new spelling words. We will be able to read, write, and sort words with different I sounds. We're going to talk about some different spellings for them today. And we are going to be reading the story called The Big Race. We will not be partner reading it. We will be reading it together, but it's The Big Race. It's the face-off between Val and Kim's at the swim meet. So because you did the spelling test in yesterday's lesson, you have a new list of spelling words that you will be practicing this week. You should be practicing these at home. Your spelling words this week are words that use these spellings. So we have the spelling KN that makes the N sound. We have the spelling WR that makes the sound. We have the spelling QU that makes the qu sound. And we have the spelling WH that makes the w sound. Let's take a look at this week's spelling words. Before we look at the words, some of our spelling words use suffixes, which is a word ending. So we're looking for words that use ing to make the ing ending, or ed. Remember, sometimes the ed ending says d, sometimes it says id, and sometimes it makes a t sound. These are this week's spelling words. Words that use the KN spelling to say n are knotted, knitting, and knocked. For example, I double knotted my sneakers this morning. My grandma was knitting me a blanket. And I knocked on the door. Okay, I see ed endings, I see ing endings, I see double consonants before the endings in knotted and knitting, so all things that we've talked about this year in skills. These words use the WR spelling to say for example, ringing. Okay, this is not ringing a doorbell, this would be wringing water out of a towel or something like that. And then the other word is wronged. These words use the WH spelling to say w. For example, whipped, like whipped cream. This is an example of double the consonant and the ed makes a t sound. And the other WH word is wind. Okay, she whined the whole car ride there. These words use the QU spelling to say qu. For example, quitting or quacked. And our tricky word this week, because tricky words are rule breakers, they don't follow our sounds or spellings. Our tricky word this week is the word all. You should be practicing these words at home every night with someone from your family, whether you're writing them or using them in sentences or writing them on flashcards. You should be practicing these words at home. Okay, 11.1 in your workbook is the spelling letter, so it has these spelling words written on them, or you can always come back to this video if you need to. So just like in Unit 2, Unit 3 focuses a lot on our vowel sounds, and we're going to learn some new vowel sounds, but more new vowel spellings. First, we're going to talk about our basic code spelling for the I sound. And it's on the screen right now, but to make the I sound, we normally think of the letter I. So what sound does this stand for? This sound stands for I. This is a vowel sound, and remember we trace vowel sounds in green because green means go and vowels let the air pass through our mouth. So this spelling I says I. Most of the time, the power bar takes up almost the entire screen, and our sample word is it. It's a short I sound. It. Think of some words that use the I sound. Mitten, insect, tiptoe, iguana, sit, and this word says infant. An infant is a baby. This is our new vowel sound that we're going to talk about today, and the sound up here is I. I want everyone to say I. I. This spelling uses I-E to make the I sound. And this sample word says tie. The word tie uses I-E to say I. So we've already learned one spelling that makes the I sound, and that is our magic E. That's our I consonant E. We practiced that a few weeks ago. For example, the word bite makes the I sound by using I consonant E. Our E reaches behind the T, pinches the I, and makes the I say I. Good. This is another vowel sound. So over the next few lessons, we're going to learn some different spellings for the I sound. We've talked about I consonant E, and then today we're introducing the IE spelling. Okay, so think about some words that make the I sound. We have words like fire. Fire uses I consonant E. Tie uses IE. Pie uses IE. Cry and fly use the spelling Y to make the I sound. And kite uses I consonant E to make the I sound also. We're going to talk about some of these words. The word sight and fine. E reaches behind the consonant, pinches the I, and makes the I say I. It makes it say his name, just like in the word fine. Sometimes the I sound can be made by using just the letter I. For example, the word Friday. Which letter or letters in Friday make Friday say I? If you said the letter I, you're correct. And the other word is ideal. Words that use the IE spelling to say I, we have tie and lie. And then odd ducks, remember odd ducks make the same sound, but they don't really follow the spelling rules. So we have the word right uses IGH to say I, and then dry uses Y to say I. Okay? On worksheets 11.2 and 11.3, they are both examples of fill in the blank sheets. So some of the words that you're going to find inside our fill in the blanks are words that make the I sound, words that make the A, words that make the O sound. So it'll review some of the sounds that we've already practiced together. On 11.3, most of the words inside your word bank are going to be words that use I, IE, I consonant E to make the I sound. So for example, some of the words in your word bank that you're going to come across. We have angel, explain, solar, cockroach, entire, panel, yesterday, halo, explode, invite, and umpire. On 11.3, your words are fried, reptiles, umpire, lie, siren, tie, notice these ones are all saying I, decide, pilot, pie, exercise, spider, and cried. Okay, next up we are going to talk about our next story in our reader, and it's called The Big Race. Now we read about Val's training, we read about Kim's training, and today we're finally going to get to figure out what happens when the two sisters race each other. Okay, it's the last story in this series or small section about our swimming sisters, and you're going to read about the big race today. So I want you to think about the race in which the Castro sisters, Kim and Val, are going to be competing against each other. These are some of the spellings that you're going to find in the story. And if you see one of these spellings, you're going to tap your head. We have A sounds. We have O sounds. So we have training uses AI. Wait uses AI. Wave uses A consonant E. Race uses A consonant E. For Castro, we have the A short A sound. Joan and coasting use the OA to say O. And then our O consonant E words are Grover, that's their last name, and close. I wonder if it's going to be a close race. Okay, our vocabulary for our story today, first one is shot off. Shot off means to take off quickly. Okay, stands, where people sit to watch the competitions. Over here we have deck. So in this case, the deck is the uncovered area that's right next to the pool where people will stand leading up to their races, their swim races. We have the word trailing. Trailing uses AI. Trailing is when one person is behind another. In a competition, you would say that they're trailing somebody. We have the word sloshing. Sloshing means to splash liquid back and forth, okay? So if you're in a pool, you're sloshing the water back and forth. We have a bad case of the nerves. If somebody has a bad case of the nerves, it means that they're feeling anxious and nervous. And our last two words are closing in, which means to shorten a distance, so they're getting closer. And then the last word is coasting. And coasting means you appear that you're moving effortlessly without having to work very hard. Okay, we're not going to be reading The Big Race as a partner read, but you are going to read it on your own. And when you get to your Google form today, what you're going to be asked to do is choose words from a drop-down box that fit our I sound. So using I consonant E, IE, or just I to complete the sentence. So you're going to read the sentence, use it as a context clue, and ask yourself, what makes sense? After that, you're going to read The Big Race and see what happens when Kim and Vale finally get to race each other, and you're going to answer some questions about it. Okay, these are our learning targets. So we checked out our new spelling words that you're going to practice at home. We talked about our I sounds and some of the different spellings. And you're going to be reading The Big Race when you get to your Google form. Fantastic job today. Keep working hard, and I can't wait to hear what you think about The Big Race. I'll see you soon. Bye.